All right, welcome back to Q2 Week 6, Day 2. Today we are going to be making a little Minecraft style character, and we're going to do it super speedy quick. The goal here is to understand how to make something like this very simply so that tomorrow we can actually use that to animate a very simple walk cycle using Autodesk 3D Studio Max. So let's get cracking. So we're going to start out with this cube just like we always do. And today we're actually going to use it instead of deleting it. Now the goal here is we're going to try and make things quickly. So we're going to take this box, we're going to create a torso out of it. So much that we're actually just going to start right away. So grab the box and rename it Torso, T-O-R-S-O. And this is going to be the chest portion of our Minecraft style character. Now you can actually adjust the length, height, and width here. So I'm going to make him a little bit skinnier. I'm going to go with width. Actually, I'll leave that at 20. But height, I'm going to bounce that up to 40. Why not 40? 40 looks good. Let's make even numbers all the way around. So the length will be 16. So that's our torso. Let's make, 16. Okay, good. So there we go. So in the front view, we are looking at the front of our character. Okay, let's get perspective here. So what I want to do now is I want to take this and I'm going to UV it. All right, we're right into it. Luckily, Minecraft characters are very simple. They're just boxes, so we can work from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my stretch, or reset my transforms, and I'm going to do that every time today when we copy this thing over, because it's going to make UVing this thing and creating it super quick. So now I'm going to add my Unwrap Modifier. I didn't bother collapsing the stack because I shouldn't need to yet, and I'm going to collapse the stack in just a second anyway. So I'm going to grab my polygons. I'm going to hit Control A to get the entire thing. I'm going to move this out because I like having two sections. Open my UV editor, and now I'm going to planar map the whole thing. It doesn't really matter. Z is fine. All right, so I'm going to double click and move this around. Now, what I've done is I've planar mapped it so the whole thing is connected. And I want it all connected. Notice there are no green edges here. Oh, it looks like it's a box still. That'll be okay. That'll be okay. What we want to do now is we want to select, what we want to do is we want to fold this face out. All right, I want this face to fold out. This is going to be the front, so we want that to be the front. I want this face to fold out to the left, so it's facing this direction. This is going to fold up, hinging from here. This is going to fold down, hinging from here. And this back section is going to stay connected to the side, so it's going to fold all the way out to about here. Whoop. All right, so in order to do that, we need to think about how we're going to slice this thing. So we're going to slice all the edges we want to move. So I'm going to grab this edge, and this edge. So those top three, I'm going to turn off, ignore back facing. I'm going to grab these two and this one because that will allow this bottom edge to flip down, hinging on this edge. Right? So now I need to break this edge here so it flips out, and then on this back side we're basically done because now this will be a hinge, this will be a hinge. So now all I need to do is break it, grab the whole thing in here, grab the whole thing, go to Tools, Relax. We're going to relax by polyangles. Hit Start. All right, there we go. Stop, relax. Now, it came out diagonally, which isn't great. We could rotate it like this, you know, especially hit A for angle snap. We might be able to rotate it. We might be able to even get it pretty close to straight. But there's a neat little tool we can talk about. If I double click there and double click, looks like I'll have to do each one individually. Oh, I got that button selected. I double click there and there. If I select this, I can actually flatten this so I align it horizontally, and then I can align the whole thing so it's nice and straight. There we go. So now that that's straight, it's ready to go. I can move it out of the way. I'm actually going to build a little 2D papercraft representation with the head up here, the arms here and here, and the two legs down here before I actually build it and put it into my object. Alright, so we're moving along real well. Now I can actually collapse the entire stack. Collapse all. Yes. Cool. So now, from the front view, so this is my torso. From the front, I'm going to go perspective. And now I'm going to hit W, and I'm going to hold shift as I move up. Okay? What I'm going to do now is create the head. So I'm going to call it head. Click OK. I'm going to resize it. Oh, it's squishing, squashing, black. Let's try it again. There we go. That's a little better. I want it to be pretty square, but I also want it to be a little smaller than my torso. That looks pretty good. I'll move it down a little bit. Alright, that seems pretty good. Seems to make a decent amount of sense to me. There. I think I'm going to go with that. That's good. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to reset my transforms, and I'm going to add a UV. Actually, I'm going to convert to edible poly first. Then I'm going to reset the transforms, and then I'm going to add a UV, or unwrap. Alright, so if I go into UV editor, you'll notice, where is it? Ah, it's over here. That's because it's a copy of the other one. Okay. However, it's not rectangular. So, but luckily all the edges are already split the right direction. So now all I need to do is go to Tools, Relax, Poly, Start Relax, and it's done. That's it. Done. I'm going to move it up because the torso is going to be here. So we're good. All right, great. Cool, cool, cool. Whether you know it or not, we're almost halfway done. Pretty cool. So I'm going to collapse this all. Collapse all. Yes. So that's my head. Now I'm going to grab this object, hit W, hold shift, drag it over. This is going to be my arm. This will be his left, so I'm going to type L underscore arm. Yeah, that's better. Click OK. I'm creating a copy, of course. Hit R for scale. And I'm going to actually scale it in like this. Yep, that looks okay. Maybe in like that a little more, so it's square. Once I got it like that, once I got it like that, I can grab this and make it bigger. Yeah, that's good. If you want to make it shorter or longer, that's fine. W, I'm going to move it over a little bit so it's more where it should be. Move it up a little bit. There, that looks good. I'm not actually going to make it touch because I'm not really interested in that. But what I'm going to do now that this part's done, I'm going to, let's see, let's go ahead and take this and add a UV. So unwrap, we're going to edit our UV here. Once again, it's over here because it thinks it's a torso still. I'm going to grab the entire piece, go to Tools, Relax, by Poly, Start. Alright, you know what? I forgot to reset my transforms, didn't I? I did. Watch. Reset selected. Okay. Now we'll unwrap the UV. I may have to collapse the stack before I do that. We'll see. Select the whole thing. Tools, Relax, Poly, boom. There, that looks better. See what happens when you don't reset the transforms? It still thinks it's the other size even though we've scaled it down. So I'm going to collapse all that. Yes. All right, good. Now we are almost done. All I need to do now is hit W, and I'm actually going to look at the X position. X position sounds like talking about something. Anyway, 15 centimeters on the X axis. All right, that's good. Now I'm going to hold shift and drag this over. And I'm going to make this called right arm because it's his right arm. Click OK. And I'm going to move it to a -15. And it should be aligned perfectly with the other one. And luckily, it's already done. All I need to do now is make sure that they are not overlapping in the same spot. I do want both arms to be the same, though. So for that reason, I can just sort of fake... I can leave them stacked on top of each other. So let's see. Now we can grab both of these. So I just held Control and clicked on that. I'm going to hold Shift, drag it down. And then I'm not going to bother renaming it because I'm going to have to rename them anyway. So this is going to be my left leg, or right leg, excuse me. Let's change that to a right leg. And this to be right leg, or left leg. Good, good, good. And now I'll put them where I want them. Alright, so once again, I'm going to go in the front view, move this over, I'm going to leave a little space in there, and then I'll even this up. So let's make that 7. Whey, 7. There, that's better. And negative 36. There. So now 7 and negative 36. So that way I can go them over here, and this will be negative 7, and this will be negative 36. That way they're equal together. All right, now all I need to do is go in and double check to make sure all of these are in logical places in the UV, and I'm fitting them all together. So I'm actually going to hide this like I should have done a long time ago. Hide, good. Now I'm going to highlight all of these pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 objects selected. All right, make sure we don't have any craziness on there. We've already reset the stretch on most of it. So what we need to do now is add a UV unwrapping to all 6 pieces. And what that does is it allows us to fit all these pieces on the UV even though they're separate objects. Now it looks like they're not there, but they are. They're just all stacked on top of each other. Most of them are the arms, right? And the legs. So I'm going to grab just the arms and the legs and get those out of the way. The head and the torso are right here. And they seem to be in pretty good shape. I'm going to go to Tools. That looks like it might be able to be relaxed a little bit better, so I'm going to try that. Polygon angles, boom, and I think it did look a little better now. So that's good. Now, I'm going to grab each one of these separately, and I'm going to put them where they highlight. So this is a leg. I'll move it down there. This is a leg. I'll move it down there. This is must be this arm, and this must be this arm. All right. So roughly, this is how it should lay out. Okay, so I'm going to grab all of these pieces, all 6 pieces. Make sure I'm using my super tool, my freeform mode up here. Click on that, grab a corner, and squeeze it into the space that I have. Okay? All right. Now, let's see what I've got here. Let's see. Now the arms can actually overlap on each other. If I wanted to. Since we're not doing normal maps, we don't have to worry about any weird overlapping. So those can go there. And the legs can go down here. Yeah. And I want to move the legs down here-ish. And move the arms up here-ish. And I'm going to make sure the torso is probably the biggest piece. Oops. If you hold control, it'll automatically resize. So it makes the most sense. This also needs to resize appropriately. We'll move that to there. Maybe move that there. Move this piece over here. And then maybe more like that. And then fit the arms and legs in the spaces. Alright. Cool. I'm just going to try and fit those in as best I can. Alright. Great. So now I select all. There you go. There's my arms and legs. I might be able to make that a little bigger if I want. This can probably come down. This can be bigger. Alright, and that's the basic idea. So we've got our layout here. Tools, render UVW template. It pops up like usual when we render it. I'm going to hit save image. And we are going to save it as Minecrafter UV. Alright, cool. Now you can see I've already created one earlier, and I'll probably use him and just to speed this up, but I'll go through the process anyway. So I'm saving the UV out. Alright, save this. I'm going to go ahead and save this as, let's get where I should be. 1516 3D, animation intro, Minecrafter. We'll call this Minecrafter 1. Save. Okay, good. So that way, just in case something crazy happens, it will be okay. Now we go into Photoshop. And you're going to be able to make this better or worse than me. Either way, it doesn't matter. I just want you to sort of have a chance to express yourself a little bit artistically. We're going to open up that file that we just had. And that, all right, come on, go away. Where are we? Classes. Where are my classes? All right. So my classes, I have 3D going on, and then I've got my animation, and then I've got my Minecrafter UV. Drag it in. Boom. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is change this to UV. Create a new layer, put it at the bottom, call it background, and I'm going to paint bucket it black. So we've got that. Now, this is where you're actually going to start painting. Okay? So this is where you're going to paint. Now remember, this is your torso, this is your arms, and this is your legs. So if you want some blue jeans, alright, get some blue jeans. Let's see, I need a new layer. Well, I'll call this color, or sure, color. So here, I've got a square brush already, so I can just get on it. Alright, black is not a good color. Blue jeans, there. Realistically, I probably have these a little too close to each other. I'll change the spacing to 1%. Okay, good. Alright, good. Got my blue jeans. I've got my shirt. Let's see, what color shirt? Let's do a pink shirt. That's fun. Alright, got my pink shirt. Now, this is the actual shirt itself. However, I'm also going to need jeans at the bottom. Right? So I'm going to swap. Eyedropper that. These are my jeans. Oh, how did I miss it? Oh, I know why. Click that. I forgot to click OK. There we go. My blue jeans. Alright, cool. Now I've got my head. Let's pick a skin color. Let's see what we got here. Sure. Let's be brown today. That's fun. Like a lighter brown or a darker brown, whatever. That's purple. Sure. How's that looking? Good. Alright, good. Good. Alright. Let's do some crazy hair. How about green hair? That's fun. Alright, so where's my paintbrush? Get smaller. Now with the hair, you know you're going to have the top of your hair is here. Right? This is the top of your head. Right? We know this is the side of your head, so we're going to have like sideburns. Oops. Sideburns. Right? And we want to make sure that we think about sideburns here and then how this works. So I'm going to take this out. This is the back of our head. So I want that to all be the same here. Okay, I can paint bucket that too. And this goes down like that. Great. So this is our hair. Cool hair. Alright, now let's get some eye color. Let's do some white for the eyes. Burp. Burp. And let's do green pupils. That's fun. Burp. Burp. There. And then some teeth. A smile. There we go. Yay. Okay, good. Alright, so there we go. That's good. The white looks weird. Let's get like a darker color. There. Let's see how that looks. It's kind of a weird color, but I'll take it. Let's see. Let's paint bucket in there with the right color. There. Good enough. You could do a lot more with this, and that's fine. I'm going to, once again, go with my paintbrush. Paint bucket that. This is going to be the top part of my arm. So this is my shirt. This will be my arm. Alright, there we go there. And those are my shoes, so that's fine. If you want to do some fun coloring on your legs, let's do like a darker there. So we'll do like pockets. So let's see, this is the front, so this is the back. So these are my pockets. I got jean pockets. Little Minecrafty jean pockets. This is my pockets on the front of my jeans. And then my zipper. And my button. Alright, so there we go. Those are pockets on the jeans. Cool, cool. This should probably be more of a point. There. That's terrible and ugly. And I love it. So we're good. Now, we forgot actually to do this section. This would be the part where the neck attaches to the head. So we're going to want to get pink first, because the shirt's going to look like this, our pink shirt. All right, and then I'm going to pick a color, pick my skin color, and then I'm going to select how I want the shirt to look. All right, so there, a little bit along the back there. And if we want, we could even do a little of this. The only problem is, if you do this, you're going to have to be really, really careful about where you're actually connecting. Otherwise, it's going to have a weird seam. Doesn't really matter, but I mean, really, how crazy are we going to get on this thing, huh? All right, cool. So there's our shirt. And now, if you want to do a little design or something on your shirt, that could be fun. I've got stuff. We'll do that. And we'll do that. Click OK. This is just a brush I had laying around. So, actually, let's do a different one. Let's do Triforce. Yeah, Triforce. Too big. Triforce of power. All right, cool. So good. So we're done. We're done. We got our setup. You can put little fingers on there or whatever. So that's good. So let's go ahead and save this out. Now, Minecraft is really low resolution. You can do this low resolution if you want. I kind of did on my other one. So I'm going to save for web. All right, I'm going to change this to 256. Hold on. Yeah, 256, and I'm going to save that out. All right. So, sorry about that. So now, that's set. I'm going to set this to Minecrafter DM for diffuse map. I'm going to name mine Minecrafter 2. Okay, save that. All right, good. Now, if we go back into 3D Studio, I should be able to grab this whole guy here, perspective. Go into my Minecrafter 2 DM. Oh, what did I forget to do? Forgot to hide my UV before I rendered it. I should save this file too. So I'm going to save this as Minecrafter 2 DM. Save. Alright, great. So I save that, and file, save for web. I think I did 256. Save. Once again, it's a PNG 24. We'll save over that. Replace. Alright, good. Now I can save that. Yes, I'll save it. Now I can go into my materials setup and go to my thing, grab it, drag it over. And now if I drag this onto the piece, it should work. Alright. I could, if I didn't want to do each piece individually, I could just highlight the whole thing and then press this button here, assign material to selection. There we go. I don't know, yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, for Minecraft, why not? Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we've got our person here. They're blocky and you know, they look like they're out of Minecraft. So we are ready to go for tomorrow. You can take some more time, make your person look really fancy. You can give them pictures. You can put Nicolas Cage's face on them, make them look like Shrek. Whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's great. So take a few minutes, make it look really cool, make it look well, you know, as cool as you want it to look, and then start on day 3, because tomorrow we're going to do some cleanup for this guy's pivot points, and then, or girl, I guess, whatever. And then we are going to start animating a little walk cycle. All right. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you next time.